have a teenage daughter. She's currently on 10th grade of high school. The other day, as we were coming back from school, she told me that two of her friends bought a bag of marijuana to get high after school to celebrate her friend's birthday. Then, a couple of days later, she told me that a boy at the school offered her a bag of marijuana for $20. And even though she said no, the boy kept trying and insisting that she buy the bag of marijuana. I was very worried and angry about this situation, but at the same time I was very proud of my daughter for trusting me and for being able to say no to drugs. This situation brings me to ask the question of how could we help our kids to say no to drugs? Drugs are everywhere. What can we teach them? How can we support our kids? Well, it is sad to say, but drugs are everywhere these days, including our school systems, colleges, high school, universities. But we parents, as we were growing up and going to school, we saw the drug problem from a different perspective side. We may have or may have not fallen in the temptation of trying drugs. But once we became parents or our kids began to go through these stages of life, we started to worry about it, to realize that this was a big issue. We began to see the drug problem from the other side, and we didn't want our kids to fall into this temptation, a temptation that may become an addiction, then may become a big problem for them as well as for us. So what can we do? What can we teach our kids? I believe that parents have to be the role models for their kids. If the parents don't smoke, if they don't drink excessively, if they don't do drugs, our kids will follow. If we teach them how to say no and why they should say no, our kids will understand that using drugs could become an addiction that will bring many problems to their lives, that nobody should force them to do drugs, even if it is to fit within a friend's circle. They should not get high to have fun at a party. They should not do drugs just to stay awake and study for the next day's test. No. We have to teach them to trust themselves, to trust their decisions. We need to teach them to act around those situations, to judge the situation, to identify what is wrong and what is bad. How can we support them? We need to start by trusting them, by understanding what is going on in their lives, by being involved on their school activities, by letting them know that we are there to support them in good or bad situations, by meeting and interacting with their friends, but most important, by becoming their best friend. Yes, there will be times that we will disagree with them and we will not like their decisions. That we may want them to do what we say. We may don't like some of their friends, but we need to approach those decisions in the right way. Those situations need to be handled the right way to avoid misunderstandings and fights. In conclusion, parents, let's go and get to know our kids. Let's stop working 10 to 14 hours a day, and let's dedicate 2 to 4 hours a day to our kids. Let's educate them. Let's teach them manners and behaviors. Let's face today's drug problems together. And most important, let them know that you are here for them 100%, no matter what. And if we do this and many other things, maybe you parents out there will feel the satisfaction and the proudness that I did when my daughter told me that she did not do drugs because of what my wife and I have taught her, and that she does know better than to do what her friends were doing. Thank you.